And here's Benito talking about, um, everything being equal. He's saying power to the people, and everything, certain lands were going to go to the people where it rightfully belongs, and, for people to vote for him. And everybody in Italy was excited about this. Now, Xram Lrak, he's suspicious. He just wants to make sure, he's saying the right things, but is he for real? Anyway, he managed to get a job, Xram Lrak, as a waiter, where Benito Mussolini went to this restaurant. That's where he ate and had his coffee and so on and so forth. Anyway, he was there he is, right next to Mussolini. He's running for the leadership. Everybody, so happy at the restaurant, and they're ready to hear Mussolini make his speeches. And, Mussolini's drinking his coffee, and he leaves his cup there. He's drinking his espresso, and he left it there. And Xram Lrak, being a waiter, picks up everything, and he's looking at the coffee cup. He's looking at it like this. And he's looking, and he's seeing, there's Mussolini, and he's seeing the certain lands, and they're not saying they're not given to anybody. Matter of fact, he's seeing armies going into other countries when he's looking at the cup. And then he's going further, and he's seeing a ballot box burnt. And he's starting to think, and he's realizing, and then he's seeing men dressed up in black shirts beating up, torturing people. People put in prison. People tortured. People killed. And he's realizing, when he's reading this cup, what does this mean? He's realizing Mussolini's lying to the people. That vote for him is going to be power to the people. Matter of fact, he plans on ending democracy, what little democracy exists in Italy. He plans on ending it. Okay? And also, he plans on setting up an organization of black shirts to control the people. This is all in his head. And also, he plans on setting an army to invade other countries. Okay, it's not clear which country, but it's obvious that's what he's interpreting. Okay, so Xram Lrak saw this. He went through southern Italy telling people that Mussolini is not what he appears to be. Anyway, they have the election, and here's the good news, boys and girls. Southern Italy and Sicily did not vote for Mussolini. However, Xram Lrak didn't find out all this information in time, and the people in the north northern Italy voted for Mussolini, and that put Mussolini in power. Okay, and unfortunately, Mussolini came into power. Now, Mussolini saw that the South didn't vote for him. The people in southern Italy and Sicily, especially Sicily, they really didn't like Mussolini. And there, Mussolini went to a village in Sicily, and he told the mayor of that town, "I'm going to come and I want to speak to people there, and I want to make sure that they support me." Okay, this is, by the way, Mussolini is there is no more democracy. He's ended no more elections. He's president for life. He's now a dictator. He's building up armies. He has black shirts all over Italy, beating up people, torturing people, people killed. He has armies invading Africa. Okay, they invaded Ethiopia. Okay, first they invaded Libya. Okay, so he's saying we're going to build a Roman Empire, bring back the Roman Empire. Okay, now he's in Sicily because he wants to get people's support in Sicily. They didn't like him there. So he told the mayor, make sure they have a crowd, and the mayor doesn't know what to do. Okay, he doesn't like Mussolini. And Xram Lrak told the mayor, look, we got to stand up to him. And so he told the mayor, this is what we're going to have when Mussolini speaks. So when Mussolini went there, he went to speak in the town. He expected 10,000 people. And thanks to the Xram Lrak and the mayor of the village, the people that went to see Mussolini, one was the town drunk, one was blind and deaf, another one was severely handicapped, couldn't understand anything. And the other one was, at that time they used the term the village idiot. Only 4 people. And Mussolini was enraged. But this was a very important stand-up that they had to do. And throughout southern Italy, they stood up to, a lot of people stood up to Mussolini. One of the things that Mussolini did, as a matter of fact, he did this to Xram Lrak. He sent black shirts when Xram Lrak was talking to the people against Mussolini. Black shirts grabbed him and forced him to drink a bottle of castor oil right in front of everybody. Now, when you drink castor oil, that gives you serious bowel movement problems, boys and girls, and he had diarrhea for a week. This was the type of tactics Mussolini did throughout Italy to keep himself in power. Okay, but anyway, a lot of the people stood up to Mussolini. As a matter of fact, when the American soldiers came to Italy during World War II, they helped the American soldiers. And getting southern Italy was very key in winning World War II, boys and girls. It was important that the United States got a Puglia. Puglia is the heel of Italy. Now, you got to understand, Italy's all mountains. And Xram Lrak helped the American soldiers, among with other Italians. Now, all of Italy is mountainous, except for Apulia. Most of Apulia is flat land. Why that's important, this is where the Americans built airports. As soon as they got Apulia, and through the help of the Italians, they were able to push out the Germans. Okay, they switched sides. They got rid of Mussolini. They worked to get rid of Mussolini. They set up Apulia. They set up the airports there. And from there, once they had the airports there, planes were able to fly from southern Italy, from Apulia, to the rest of Europe, and fighting a war to dropping the bombs and so on and so forth. So southern Italy was very key. Getting southern Italy was very key in winning World War II. Okay, and it was important, that Italy got rid of Mussolini, and then eventually the world got rid of Hitler. Okay, that was very important. And anyway, that was Xram Lrak, and he saw what Benito Mussolini was all about from almost the very beginning. Now, another story I want to tell you about Xram Lrak is the car story. I call it the car story. Anyway, once again, this happened in the United States. Now, there was big advertising of this great car that was coming out. I don't remember, I'm sorry at this part, boys and girls, whether it was the 60s or 70s, but a great car. And it was out in the market. It was great advertising. And the CEO of this car company was at the restaurant. A lot of things that Xram Lrak would do. He would work as a waiter or a busboy at restaurants where capitalists or capitalist lackeys or key politicians went to find out information about what they were really thinking, by reading their cups, by reading their plates. Sometimes he would take a glimpse of their palm. He could see this. It's amazing. Like I said, he could communicate in many different ways, and the people would not realize what he was doing. Anyway, the CEO, I think he was also the owner too. He was CEO and owner, because sometimes the major stockholder appoints himself as the CEO of this car company. This great car that was advertised, was out in the market. A lot of people bought this. Anyway, the person drank coffee, and he left his cup. He had his espresso. He left the cup, and he saw in the cup, it looked like an $11, $15, $20 device that you put in the car. Not quite, Xram Lrak was not a mechanic, but he did understand this was very important to the car. And then he saw that without, the car, without this piece, blowing up. And then he kind of looked, and he saw, looked like lawyers talking to that CEO, saying something, don't worry about that part of the car.